Well, we got ourselves another dystopian type flick based on a popular book series out now. First, the Hunger Games, then Divergent, then the Maze Runner, and now this one. Yes, we all know we can feel beautiful and whatever else on the outside and the inside, or something like that. And I just experienced it in the sci-fi film Uglies, which came to Netflix earlier this month. But is this film adaptation of the 2005 book really that bad? Or am I going to have to prove to these critics that they're just being way too ugly to this? Find out in this spoiler-free review right now. Bad days, entertainment rankings and reviews. So, greetings, my fellow YouTubers, and welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name is Doyle, better known to as the Big D, and this time around I bring to you a spoiler-free review of the 2024 sci-fi drama flick Uglies from Netflix, directed by McG, who also co-produced the film, written by Jacob Foreman, Vanessa Taylor, and Whit Anderson, based on the 2005 book of the same name by Scott Westerfeld. The plot centers around a future post-apocalyptic dystopian society in which people are considered ugly until they become pretty by enduring extensive cosmetic surgery at the age of 16. The film stars Joey King along with Keith Powers, Chase Stokes, Brianne Chu, John Luis Castellanos, Charmin Lee, and Laverne Cox. Now, this film came to Netflix a couple of weeks back, and well, this film's been getting dissed like crazy. This has been getting more dissed than the Rebel Moon films. Anyway, in the future, the world has fallen into chaos after exhausting all natural resources, and to keep humanity alive, scientists first create genetically modified orchids that are a new energy source, and second, a surgical procedure to make people pretty. This way, everyone's perfection will not cause any further chaos. The surgery is performed on uglies when they are 16 before allowing them to the city where celebration occurs as the pretties. Tally and her best friend Paris are uglies, but Paris is being 3 months older, leaves for his surgery first. The two share scars on their hands, which they vow to keep despite the procedure. They also promise to remain friends and meet again after their procedures. But when Tally is anxious to see him again and sneaks into the city, she's shocked by his appearance and his different personality. The scar they vow to keep is gone. And later befriends Shay, a rebellious ugly who tells her about the smoke, a land of freedom in tune with nature. So she encourages Tally to join her, reject the surgery, seek out the smokes and its leader. Tally refuses, but soon I'm gonna say it turns out to be a thrill ride, in a way. But soon, some things take a turn for the worse. But that's all the story I will give to you. This is a spoiler-free review, so I'm not gonna give you any more details. If you really want to see why I haven't seen the movie, despite this film's been getting this big time, it still, however, received good views and what have you when it debuted a couple of weeks back. It amassed 20 million views in its first 3 days. I know I'm a little late on seeing this, but anywho, my thoughts on Uglies is I think it's good in one, well, for some part, and not good for another part. Now, for the good part, I do like the atmosphere of the setting and what have you, with it being a futuristic design and what have you. I also liked Joy King's performance as Tally. I thought she was so incredible. The rest of the cast isn't completely bad. I did like Brianne Chu playing Shay. I thought she was good. Keith Powers plays the character of David, and Chase Stokes plays Paris, and Laverne Cox plays the character Dr. Cable, who turns out to be, well, kind of in a way our antagonist. But anyway, those weren't too bad. My but for my now for my downsides, I do feel like this just wasn't quite close on par with some of the other films that were based on novels that took place in a dystopian future, like the games, like the Hunger Games and Divergent, and even the Maze Runner. Yeah, this isn't quite close to as good as those three, but well, I'm gonna say it's okay and what have you. So I can't really defend this film 110%. I'm kind of 50-50 on Uglies. It was a nice little film, but it just wasn't completely great, completely. The film sits at a mere 15% on Rotten Tomatoes, saying it's what's on the inside accounts, but unfortunately, the film doesn't have much going on in there either. Metacritic has a score of 34, but well, I can't really complain about that. Anyway, now this film had been was announced to be in development for some time since Fox had originally planned to do that since they purchased the film rights to the novel, with John Davis attached as producer, which, as a matter of fact, he still is because his company, Davis Entertainment, was involved in this. But in September of 2020, despite the pandemic was still slightly going, the project re-entered development with Joy King signing on to star in the lead role, and also served as executive producer of the film. Well, and stuff like that. But anyway, I will say that I enjoyed um what we got from the direction, and that was from McG, who of course was best known for directing the the first two Charlie's Angels theatrical films, as well as Terminator Salvation. And he's also well known for directing numerous music videos back in the 90s and 2000s. And of course, also it was produced with his company, Wonderland Sound and Vision, which of course also worked on TV Supernatural and of course the Babysitter films for Netflix. But anyway, what he does is fine and what have you, but just not still not strong enough to save this film and what have you. Edward Schirmer does the score for the film, and that was good too. That's another thing I did like about it. But just about some of the stuff I've seen in this film, it's hard to explain. I just can't really defend this film big time. So Uglies is kind of a mixed bag for me. The cast is fine, well, with the exception of Joey King, who I absolutely loved. The the setting for the film, the atmosphere was fine and what have you, and the score was fine. It's just that some parts of the story were a little mind-boggling or something like that. So even if this still gets bad reviews and what have you, I wish Netflix the best of luck, and if they do any of the sequels to this, because I do know Uglies has is a series and what have you, and of course it got three follow-ups, which were pre's, specials, and extras. So I wish them the best of luck if they do this as a film series, but could be unlikely. Let's not jump too far ahead into this or anything like that yet. So Uglies is an okay film. For my score, I'm gonna give Uglies 3 stars. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm gonna give it a 6. So, what did you think of Uglies? Let me know in the comment section below. If you like this video, click the like button, subscribe, and be a part of the Big D Nation. Continue to help support my channel. Make it grow and make the views grow. Tell your friends about my channel. You know me. You can share my vids with your friends and stuff like that. And next time will be the Saturday morning TV log of Fantastic Four, the animated series from 1994. So if you like this, check out my reviews of the three films I mentioned already twice. In the upper left hand corner is my review of The Hunger Games from 2012. The upper right hand corner is my review of Divergent from 2014. And the bottom left hand corner is my recent review of The Maze Runner, also from 2014. And the bottom right hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., then I'm your guy. Thank you for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.